ಸರಿ ಸರ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಈಗ ಸುಕುಮಾರ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ನಮ್ದು EVS ಇದು ಹಾಂ
ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
ಸೊ ಈ ದಿನ ದ್ವಿಭಾಷಾ ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ತರಬೇತಿಗೆ ಹಾಜರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಶನಿವಾರದ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ವಿಭಾಷಾ ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆ 1ರಿಂದ 5ನೇ ತರಗತಿವರೆಗೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಎದುರಾಗಬಹುದಾದಂಥ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮನಗಂಡು ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ BO ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮತ್ತು ನಿರ್ದೇಶನದಂತೆ ಈ ದಿನ ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರ ಈ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿ ನಡೀತದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಸರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ, ಗಣಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಈ 3 ವಿಷಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಪಾಠದ LOಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಅವುಗಳ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳು, ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು TLM ಕುರಿತಂತೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಪಾಠವಾರು ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ರವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ BRPಗಳು, ಹೇಮಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರು ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ CRP ಅವರಾದಂಥ ಉಷಾ ಅವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಈ ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಪಾಠ ಬೋಧನೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳುಂಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಸರಳೀಕರಣಗೊಳಿಸಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ಅತಿ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾದ ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಏನು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಕೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಕಲಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಉತ್ತಮ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಳೀಕರಣಗೊಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ತರಬೇತಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, Brc sir. So the teachers, as we know that this year we are going to teachers, as we know that this year we are going to conduct as the bilingual classes.
Yes,
and so
please go on.
Every week Saturday we are going to conduct like online meeting for all the teachers. In that we are going to discuss that like chapter wise from the 4th and 5th. Yeah, today like we are going to discuss from the 4th and 5th standard, like all the first chapters LOs we are going to discuss. So in that, so myself Akash, I'm from like a GH Rangapura school teacher. So I'm going to discuss on the topic on 4th standard EVS. And we have the first chapter, the animal kingdom. Say that animal around us. So as the teachers, those are going to teach EVS for the class 4. As the teachers, we should understand that what are the objectives we have in this chapter, is it? So as the teachers, we can go through the what are the learning objectives we can identify from this chapter. I have identified the few objectives that I'm going to share now. Yeah, the subtopics you can identify here. The few topics are identified from this chapter. The first one is observing the animal diversity and their habitats. So as a teachers, we can inform the students to observe the animal diversity, or we can inform the kids to identify the some animal around us, which are the objects are their surroundings. The children, they know that, they know very much, is it? The few animals names they can say directly. So after that, the animal utility to humans. So what are the uses of the animals? So as we know that few domestic animals are there around us, that uses we can identify, and we can ask the child to identify the uses of the animals. And the difference between humans and animals is a very must concept we can ask the children. So what are the major difference between humans and animals? That the child can identify, and he can ask the teacher, or he can share with the teacher also. And the last one is, that is the one creative activity we can inform the child, or the teacher can participate along with the children also, the making an elephant mask. If we do this activity in front of the children, the child may feel very happy, and child may engage in an effective way also. That also we can do in the class, that activities. So next, what are the objectives for the children as a teachers he or she can conduct in the classes? The first one, we can enable the students to identify and list the various animals. So we can first, the task we can give for the children to identify the few animals names which surrounded. For example, it may be a domestic animal, or it may be a wild animal. After that, we can inform the kids to identify the color and food that habitat, because some animals have some different color, is it? And they eat some different food also. So that we can ask the child, so what is the color of this animal? What is the color of that animal? We can ask the child. And after that, we can discuss along with the children. So for example, a cow, the cow eats what kind of the food? For example, animal, suppose elephant, for example, lion, tiger. These are the so animals. What are the food habitat, or sorry, what are the food habitat also is entirely different for all the animals. They don't have in a unique way. We'll be having the different types of the habitat that we can ask our child. They knows answers very well. We have to ask the child repeatedly. And after that, the second objective I'm going to say that is understand the relationship between humans and animals. So what are the major difference that we can ask for the child? So the child know that how, okay, the animals, we are also animals, but how many legs, and animals have how many legs, and the legs differentiate, then the face differentiate. After that, what are the food as human we used to have, and what are the food as animals they used to have, is it entirely different. That color differentiate we can ask for the children. After that, that food differentiate we can ask for the children. And after that, that habitat also we can ask for the children. And next, we can ask for the child, and we can make a two groups of the child. One group will identify the like domestic animals, and one group can ask for the wild animals. That also we can do the one activity for the children. So next, in textbook also we have a lot of objectives also. In the second page we have that between okay, next, what are the main math values we can identify here that I'm going to say now. The main learning objects in this chapter. Okay, the students can describe the characteristics of the different animals. So the child know the animal. If you say the particular name of the animal, the image of the picture will come to the mind of the child. Is it? The child can recognize the animal image, and he or she can identify some characteristics of the animal. And next, the students also can classify the animals based on their utility to human life. We can ask for the child to classify the different kinds of the animals, but the concept should be their utility to human life, how it will be uses for the human life. So utility means what your uses. So what are the main uses from this particular animal to human life? For example, cow we have, is it? Is a familiar for all the children. The child can say what is the use of the cow in their human life also. That also we can say. or buffalo or human or dog or cat. So these are the simple animals we can ask for the child and we can take the answers from that, answers from the kids also. The what is the uses from this animals also we can ask for the children. Next, the students express the creative ideas through craft making activities, or we can, before this activity, or before this LO, we can go to the one more LO. Like we can ask for the child to do the mono act of the different kinds of the animal. The child can perform, for example, okay, cow. How the cow will speak, or sorry, how the cow will do the act, that also we can ask for the child. Or like elephant or cat or dog, these are the mono act, the child can do it very easily. And we can ask for the children like a big animal, small animal, based on the size also we can ask for the children to differentiate the different kind of the animals based on their size. Okay, next, planned activity. Teachers, we have a very good one activity in the textbook. Before going to that, one more activity we can do, that is called field activity. The child can observe in the field. That we can say that it as a field observation. For example, we can take our children to outside of the classroom in the field. We can ask the child to observe the different kinds of birds, insects, or animals that should be surrounded in the society. We can ask for the child to observe the different kinds of birds, insects, or animals based on, and then can child identify the size of the animal and color of the animal, and what are the habitats of the animals, and what the food base to have, that the child can identify very easily. And after that, table completion we have in the textbooks. So page number we have 2 and page number 5, and page number 6 we have an activity. The child can identify the picture and he or she can write it very easily. So what, because the picture describes the few things for the kids, that if the child has go through the pictures, the answers will come very easily. And next one, we have a comparison. The child can write in the difference between humans and cow, that we have in the page number 2. The child can identify how the human structure and how the cow structure. So based on the size, or based on the cow, so based on the color and based on the food, a child can differentiate it. So these are the activities we can plan for the kids to reach our LOs. Next, we have a very good one craft activity they have given in the textbook also. That is there in the page number 8 and 9. We have to make an elephant mask. So while teaching this chapter, we can imagine that all our children are animals. All our children are elephant, we can think, and we can inform them to make a elephant mask. At least one day also they can become elephant in the classrooms. We can ask them to construct one elephant mask along with the children. We can do it, teachers. So what are the things we need to do this activity? We need the cardboard sheet, cardboard papers, different kind of the cardboard papers, like thick one we need, and different. We can take the color also, and scissor, and all the um, materials you can use, and you can make this craft activity and let the children can wear that, and the child can feel very happily. So at least today I became elephant like that. So we can prepare elephant mask and for the children and let them wear it. It's a very good activity we can conduct it. And what are the major TLM required for this chapter? Actually, books, no doubt. We can use the textbook as the primary TLM for this chapter. And different cardboard, papers, and thread for to make mask making we can use, and we can also use some ICT PPT presentation. We can use some your YouTube videos also we can show for children, and we can also use some AI technology for the classroom also we can use for this. And the last one, what are the different words we can identify in this chapter? Actually, I have listed a few words, not much, but if we go through this chapter, we'll get many words. For the reference, I have chosen some words here. It's called habitat. Next, utility, or you can say what is the uses. Then the characteristics based on the size, color, or food, and environment is a familiar word. Like this, we can identify the few words from this chapter, and we can make sure that all the children has to go through on this. All sure that all the child should learn this particular word pronunciation and spelling is very important because all these words will carry for the next further classes also. So all this about the first chapter is a very easiest chapter because the name itself indicates that animal kingdom. Okay, teachers, thank you. This is all the regarding about the first chapter, post standard EVS. So next, I would like to call Farana ma'am for the post standard English. Thank you.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫೈಲಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ಬಾರ್ದಾ ಬನ್ನಿ
Okay, good afternoon, teachers. Now we are going to discuss about the first lesson of fourth standard, that is Together We Can. Before proceeding to our lesson, let's have a look over the preface or about the book. About the book. In this, everything has mentioned what we are going to teach in this language. In language teaching, first, we know LSRW is the main important competencies what we have to develop here. In these competencies, some goals are given. They have set some goals. If you go through the preface of the book, all the focus is on conversation, speaking to develop speaking ability of the children. In each and every lesson, they have exposed children to speak, to read, to write, to learn. It is given on the subtitle as "Let's learn, let's speak, let's do some role play." In this chapter, in this unit, first unit is My Land, where we get subunit as Together We Can. Together We Can. First of all, we have Let Us Recite. This means recitation of the poem, first one. Next, after proceeding that, we have Let's Think, Let's Speak, Let's Learn. Here, for each and every lesson, subtitles, they have given note to the teacher. Before starting lesson, go through the note and then start the lesson. Before starting lesson, as we know, pre-learning activities should be done. That is, any conversation or asking any questions, otherwise involving children in their daily situations. So for example, as you enter into the classroom, first lesson, first introduction, before introducing lesson, you give little exposure to language where they can freely feel free to share their experiences. Here, Together We Can. Before starting this lesson, give the importance of the main theme, that is together. What do you mean by together? Together means they should learn through action, together and alone. What is the main difference between together and alone? If they get the idea of togetherness, they will share their own experiences, how together we can, what we can do. Here, after giving little idea about the topic, we can recite the rhyme. After reciting, first you recite, let them listen carefully. Second time when you recite the rhyme, let them to notice the new words. What you have noticed, the new word. For example, if I recite, together we stand strong and tall. In this sentence, so many words are familiar to them. For example, together we stand. Stand is familiar word, strong is familiar word, and also tall is familiar word. If tall is not familiar to them, let's consider two words are new words to them, that is together and tall. By using action, by joining hands of children together, we can see this is together. Standing alone, this is alone, this is together. Let the children do the activity by holding their hands and show, raising their hands, this is together, and leave their hands and stand alone, this is alone. Together we can do so many things, and alone we cannot do so many things. Give the concept of togetherness. Next, helping each other. Helping is very familiar word to children. We never fall. Let them to fall. Like this, by creating the situation, create a scenery that children can understand easily. By creating this situation, recite the poem 1 or 2 times. After reciting, let them to understand the new words. Make the flashcards of new words. First day, when this subunit has 4 to 5 classes. If you are ready to take this unit in 4 to 5 classes, first day you do recitation. Second day also you do recitation. Next day also do some recitation and give one part. For example, after reciting the poem, don't directly go to translation. Try them to do some homework. Let's imagine, what do you think about this? Like this. After giving some idea about this topic, ask by giving sentences only. For example, together we stand strong and tall. How we stand to get strong and tall? Let them imagine, let them think what has they told ma'am, like that. If they understand, they will answer. Otherwise, you give chance and use your mother tongue to help them. Give important words, key words in mother tongue to help them. Next, after reciting 1 or 2 times, children may get some idea about the lesson. After that, you try to simplify the words and ask questions to know their understanding. If they are unable to understand, you try to understand them by translating it in your mother tongue. Then let's think. Let them to think the space they have given the word. Let's think. Let the children to think over the points. If they understand, let them understand. Otherwise, you support them to understand the things. Next one we have, let's speak. Here it is speaking, what we call speaking task. Here children are engaged to speak. For example, here created imaginary 2 cartoons, that is Darsana and Bokali. Bokali. These are the 2 characters who are conversation. They are doing some conversation about their favorites and their food, traditions, languages. Like this, we will make the pair work of children. Here, let the students to stand before the class. First, try to give chance to those who are involved actively. Let others to watch their speaking. If they do correctly, you correct it by saying, okay, let me do this part. Let you do this part. Like that, give chance to other children also. This will take some time. After completing all the students, give chance to each and every student. And then if they are able to speak, then give this writing task. Here, note to the teacher, see, model is the conversation for learners. He has mentioned here the model of this conversation has to do done by the teacher. After the completion of teacher's task, children will continue the same. Like this task will complete it. Next, let's learn. It has highlighted these points. Let's learn means it's a new thing. We are learning means it's a new thing we are going to learn. See, here so many new words to teach us also, because group of things is a new concept to the children. Here we have to teach group of people, group of pens, group of pencils, what we call for the So many things are familiar to them. For example, go and think a bunch of keys, like this. So many things are familiar, but they have not come across these ones. It is as collective noun or it's a group of things. So we have to teach children that the group of things has got the special word. That is, here we can show the picture and teach the children that a group of sticks picture is given in page number 2 of fourth standard lesson. That is, give dash of sticks. The bundle of sticks is given. That is called as, this group of sticks is called as bundle. This word you have to give because it has given in the bracket. Children have to choose the word and write. If they are unfamiliar with this word, let them know which one is familiar to you. For example, bunch. Bunch is familiar to them. Mostly they are familiar with the word. If they are not familiar with that, you introduce a bunch of keys. Use uh, daily usage things that is present in school. Bunch of keys are present. Show that this is so many keys are tagged together. It is called as bunch of keys. Next, like that, a sheep, a group of sheep is called as herd. You give this word, let them to pronounce, and many simple rhymes are there to teach this type of group of collective nouns. So you can use that ICT tools also you can use for them, which will help children to understand better, and they will get good correct pronunciation of that word. So, see, for example, bucket of flowers, but it is not pronounced like that. It is pronounced as bouquet, bouquet, bouquet of flowers. This is not familiar to us. If we are able to pronounce it correctly, we can say children. Otherwise, we can use ICT to introduce these new words to them. This is learn. Let us learn means we do have exposed to learn new things here. So please go through the lessons before teaching. Don't go suddenly. Actually, it is some new things are added which are unfamiliar to us also. So please do some preparation before going to class. And the next point he has highlighted that do you know, this is a special thing which is included. If children are interested, we can share some important special things. They will listen it carefully. Do you know? Because they don't know. They don't know this. So many insects live in colonies. So many insects live in colony ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೀಸ್ ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೂ ಲಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. Let them to say how many insects or how many animals you have seen. They live in groups. They will try to answer in their language, L1. Let them to say. Afterwards, you give what we call for that in English, like that. Here 1 point, 2 points is given about honeybees and ants. We can use that one also. After that, one picture is given where we are going to discuss about the preposition. Knowingly or unknowingly, children are learning some other type of grammar points also. Here picture is given. Pictures means a very attractive tool to children. Here the positions of different homes are different buildings are given there. First we need to introduce it in Kannada or our mother tongue. That is ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಬಿಸೈಡ್, ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ picture. Let's see the picture and where it is located. The post office is dash the hospital. There is a bookstore dash the children's park, like this. They will fill by using the clues given in the bracket. Here also they have given note that you can use your mother tongue to introduce the new words in prepositions also. These are the tasks we are doing. Next, one more point. Let's write. Here, writing activities given. Here, from first standard to fifth standard, all the bilingual books consisting of different type of activity. If we are following this is enough for children because they have included speaking, writing, reading, learning, and exposure activities. Craft activities also introduced. Next, let us write. Let us write, Elise. Here, before starting this point, note to the teacher. You read the note to the teacher what we are going to do in this. Here, some questions are given. We think if we didn't go through the teacher's note, we will try to question and get answer. We will write question and get answer. But what if we are proposing the ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ? So, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ first we have highlighted the will how they are using ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೌ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಟುಮಾರೋ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇ, ಟುಮಾರೋ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಡೂ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಡೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ವೇರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ themselves actively. Here, provide color sheets to students, use pen, pencil, what are the materials required is mentioned there, and the instruction for doing this activity is also given. Read the instruction carefully and make each and every children to do by themselves. They use at a time, you say, let them teach with yourself. Don't show first and then let them to do. First you ask them to take sheet, hold it like this. You follow every step. Each and every step should go after you. Like that, each and every child will involve in the activity and they will cut. While cutting, you guide them how to cut. Just tell them to draw and be careful while holding sharp things, and you help them to cut, and after cutting, let them to open that how they have made their picture. Like that, this task will complete. After completing this task, ask them to open what they have prepared and let them to paste in that book. This task, this all activities take 5 to 6 days to complete. So each and every activity takes little more time, but take your own time, but complete it within the time. Thank you very much for this transaction. Thank you very much. Next, I will hand over to Mr. Razia Sultana. Thank you very much. So, a very good afternoon to all the teachers. Myself, Brc Tiptur, Workshop. Today, I welcome all the teachers to my English class. It is 6th standard. So, in that unit, first unit is about let's have a fun. In that, first poem has given, that is Papa's Spectacles. So, in that, first we have to observe what are the objectives of this poem. So, the objectives is recite the poem with proper pronunciation, rhythm, and expression. So, you have to recite the poem with the proper pronunciation, rhythm, with the expression, and also you have to identify the main idea of the poem. And also we have some more words, that is spectacle, search, glance, and everywhere. These are the new vocabulary words, and you have to tell the meaning of these words and get a familiar to them. After, it is our English language is fully based on LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. You have to recite the poem 2 to 3 times, and also let the students to discuss about the poem. And and also tell to identify the students the action words such as searching, checked, glance, and look. These are the action words which are in the poem. And also let the child to read, and also appreciate the humor, that is poetry inside what is given. And it is fully based on the fun based poem it is. So here, pre-reading, before pre-reading, the questions have to be asked before doing the poem. So I am showing one picture here. So this picture is let's look at the picture. What it shows. So people will be say it is a family picture. Who are there in the picture, and what the papa has, where such pre-reading questions you have to ask. What if you lost something, what you will do, how you will how do you feel when you lost something. Such pre-reading questions you have to ask the child. So after that, you have to do some activities about that TLM. You have to use that spectacles, you can use as a TLM. And also what is a flashcards of opposite words, flashcards of new words, and keeping making child to engage in all the activities can make this poem very easy to understand the child. After let's come to this Papa Spectacle. This is a Papa Spectacle. Recite the poem 2 to 3 times. Let in that the child is able to at least little bit 10% of understanding of this poem. Today our Papa is searching everywhere. Searching, here the searching is a new word. Searching means it is to find something. He has lost his spectacles. Lost. Here see, lost is a we can make a opposite of lost. Lost is found. We can give a opposite of that. It was his only pair. Pair means two. He can't read the newspaper. He can't watch TV. He can't cut the vegetables. Oh, where can it be? He checked inside his pocket. Pockets is a new word. Let's tell the children. Pocket means the small bags in the cloth. He glance again. The glance is a new word. Glance means to see quickly, to look quickly. Under the chair, again under. Here, let's take the word under. In the under means over, opposite. We can write, make the child to what is under. Under and over opposite we can say by using this. He searched near also. For near also we can give the opposite. Near means ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂತ. Far means ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ, ಈ ತರ near. And also this poem is the gist of this poem is here the Papa This Papa Spectacle is a poem regarding about a father who thinks he has lost his spectacles. He searched his spectacles under the chair, near the window, and everywhere he was searching, and he is unable to read the newspaper and watch TV without the spectacles. He cannot be able to do his daily routine. So make the child to understand all those things. They are familiar with this, and also uh, tell that it is the poem spectacle. He finally learns from his child that spectacles are actually resting on his head. The poem highlights everyday situation and a loving relationship between a child and a father. It teaches us to stay calm. This poem teaches us to stay calm and observe carefully and help others when they are in trouble. When we are searching for something, we have to stay calm, and we should pay calm, and let after sometimes after some time we can find it easily. So don't take much tension like this. We can give a instruction to the child. Don't be hurry in finding the things very hurriedly. Next, activities. Activities related to this is new word. That is, I have already told you, glasses want to help people see. Searching, looking for something. Glance, look quickly. Pocket, small cloth bags in cloth. Everywhere, in all places. This is the first activity you can give to the child. Next, opposite. You can use the flashcards to do the opposite. Lost, found, near, far, under, over, start, stop, close, open. So these opposite activities can be done by using a flashcard. And also you can ask the students for interesting purpose, true or false. Papa lost his spectacles. Is it right or wrong? True. The people say true. Papa could read the newspaper easily. This can also be done by a teacher, that framing a true or false about this. And also very important is child will learn if we do the role play of this poem. So let us do a role play. Let us make a child to act as a student, that is student, one student to as a child, one student as a father, and enact the poem. Papa, how he finally finds a spectacle. So it is also a very interesting and engaging activity to give we can give for children. And also here I am for textbook. Let us think and discuss. You can ask the students without the spectacles. So what are the other things? What are the other routine works the Papa cannot do? He in the poem he said he can't watch TV, he can't read newspaper, but he can't cut the vegetables. But in spite of that, you can say Papa cannot use mobile also, and other things. And you can ask teacher students if what you will do if generally misplaced things in your house, who will help you to finding in the misplaced things like this. For example, I have written here keys. If we misplace keys, mother will help the child to find the keys. Remote control. Siblings means here sister and brothers. Mobile phone of any family members or all family members will involve to find the mobile phone. Wallet. So, and also ask the student how you will express the gratitude after you will get a help from others. So expressing gratitude means we should thank them. You tell the child if somebody is helping you in your difficult situation or finding something, you have to thank them for their involvement and helping them. So next, uh, so here pair of shoes, a pair of scissors, a pair of pants, a pair of spectacles, a pair of shoes, a pair of gloves, a pair of earrings, a pair of rackets. Here some words are familiar to the students, some are little bit very difficult, means you have to make them to learn these simple words. Next, here some activity about circling the correct spelling word. So here the teacher can help. Also, you can give the dictionary to the students to find the correct proper spelling, how to spell, pronunciation, and what is the spelling of this word. We can find out using the dictionary, or you can use small other page cards to find the right spelling. Next, here some grammar points are there about preposition. So I have done this activity. My father has a habit of keeping his spectacles in random places. Last week he could not find his spectacles and looked around the house. We checked the big box that reaches above our waist. My father looked for the spectacles among the newspaper kept on the table. He continued searching for 2 hours before finally giving up. He sat down on the bed after giving me final look to the room and said with a sigh, "Look like it is time to get a new pair." So in this way you can fit the preposition, correct preposition in the fill up which is given in your textbook. Next, here one puzzle is given. Across and down is given. Not for, it is mainly based on the opposite words. It's not for, it is nearby. I said no, but he said yes. The children will easily they can say no means yes. I want clean clothes, not the dirty one. Something small. So uh, uh, proceeding in this way, not inside. Inside opposite is outside. Don't be sad. Sad opposite is happy. You are slow. She is fast. When it is not bright, bright opposite is dark. Not hot. She likes. Hot opposite is cold. Not bought, but bought means ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. But sold. Bought opposite is sold. Like in proceeding in this way we can solve the puzzle. Here I have done the puzzle for you. I have filled the puzzle here, how to go across and down, and this puzzle has been solved. And make the child to say the different words. Papa means father, daddy, and other all words are familiar. Similar words are there to call their father. And also other words are there, their language, their mother tongue. We can say daddy, papa, pitaji in Hindi, bapu, abba in Urdu. So like that child is uh, able to understand the meaning of the father in different languages. Next, coming to the next page, here some words are given which sound differently. So you have to find out such different words. First one is pair, peer, eight, eight, bed, bad. So these are the different words. Here the fourth one is not, but its pronunciation is same. It doesn't come inside that. So fair, fair. It is also doesn't come. Next here, fair, fear, uh, dear, heel. Next up, there, dear, fill, feel, not, note. So such words which pronunciation is different, you have to circle those uh, words. Next, here fun with matchstick. This is a fun activity we can give for students. Here replacing this stick and this stick and this stick, we can make the 3 squares easily. So here the students will enjoy this activity. Thank you. Next, I will hand over. So I will hand over the session to Pradeep sir for 4th standard mathematics. He will be uh, taking.
So good afternoon, everyone. And today I am going to handle 4th standard mathematics. The first lesson is the shapes around us. Okay, dear teachers. So in your textbook there are learning outcomes are not mentioned. So I have listed out some of the learning outcomes. So please note it down. So the first in this lesson we have to mainly concentrate on the shapes, 2D and 3D shapes. And in the beginning of this lesson, we have to, the first learning outcome is identify and model the real world structure using available materials. For example, you have some water bottles or some water bottle caps, some wooden blocks, and some of the materials. What are the things are available in your surroundings? So make use of that materials to uh, to give some physical activity to the children to learn the shapes. So the first learning outcome is identify and model real world structure using available material. So these are the learning outcomes I have prepared. So as per your knowledge, you can prepare your own learning outcomes. So the next one is understand and the use of nets. So you might have know about the nets. So in Kannada we are calling as the Jala Krutigalu. See, like this activity you can prepare and you can use in even in your big book. It will be useful. So I am showing only the cube. So even you can use you can prepare the different 3D shapes. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಜಾಲಾಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. in shorts only, you can make use of that thing, and even in your class, make use of this one. It will be more useful. Even in your home, some toothpaste wrappers are available. Even you can take to your classroom and make use of that things, and you can show how they are converting a 2D shape to a 3D shape or to a solid. Yes, yeah. So like these videos are available in your in YouTube. So make use of these things and prepare in your classroom only. It will be more effective. Or you can use some clay and some sticks, and make use of this one, and differentiate the different solids. YouTube in countries also. Ah. So this is a simple TLMs. They have used some clay and some sticks. It is enough to you could give to your children. They will you tell them to prepare the 3D shapes. Let them prepare as their creativity, and even they will learn more about the shape. Okay, fine. So the learning outcomes, the first one is identify and model the real world structure using the surrounding materials. So what are the materials are available? You can make use of the things. So the second one is the understand and use of the nets. So what are the videos I have shown just now? So these are what we are calling as the nets, the flattened layouts. ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಲಾಕೃತಿಗಳು ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಈ ಜಾಲಾಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈವನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ 3D ಶೇಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೀಚ್ ದಮ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ. So and the next one is the very important one. They have included in your fourth standard, the identify and count the geometric properties of 3D shapes. So this is what I have written as a third LOS. Identify and count the geometric properties. So what does it mean? So the geometric property means F, V and E. So F stands for the faces. So how many faces are there in the shape? And V is the vertices and E is the edges. So I will show an image. And in the previous year textbook, 4th and 5th standard, only there were faces, vertices and edges. So in this one, again, one more thing is added, that is the verification of the what we are calling as the F plus V minus E. So the property of the solid. So here F stands for face, V is the vertices, and E is the edges. So you can verify the formula. They have given one property, one relationship, that is F plus V minus E. And it is equal to 2. You can verify with the different shape. You will get it 2. For example, I am showing here a cube. This cube is having a 6 faces 8 vertices and 12 edges. When you have added face and vertices, it will be 14, and when you have subtract with the 12, it will be 2. So you can use the different shape, and like this shape you can give to your children, and explain how to use the property, and how to calculate the property. So these are the one more thing is added in your in this new textbook. So the relationship is F plus V minus E. So already you know F is the stand faces, vertices and edges. And the next one is represent 3D shape on 2D surface. And the beginning of the lesson, you can give one simple activity. So you send your children outside and make them to list some of the 3D objects. So what they can find in your school surroundings. So for example, first they must know the difference between the 2D and the 3D shapes. Okay, and tell them to list the maximum number of the 3D shapes. Um, for example, a ball, an helmet, what is that called? So some drum, some water bottle, like this. What are the things are they can see? You tell them to make the list of the 3D shapes. So it will be an hands-on activity for them, and later you teach them how to draw on a 2D paper, means a paper, the 3D shapes. Here some free PDFs are available. Okay, I will display later. So this is one more LO. So I have discussed so far the 4 LOs. So the first one is the identify and model the real world structure using the available materials. So the second one is understand and use of the nets, and the third one is identify and count the geometric properties, means space, vertices and edges, and the fourth one is the verify that relationship. So the relationship is F plus V minus E, and the fifth one is the represent 3D shapes on 2D surface. Okay, some grids are available. I will share it soon. So the next one is it's about the angle. So the next subtopic is about the angle, and uh, first you have to explain about the angles, and in your nature and your surroundings how we can identify the so many angles. So you have to instruct your children to recognize the angle in your surroundings, and like some yoga postures also, and they can find the angles. So the next one is the different types of angles. So you know there are some angles. So acute angle, obtuse angle, and the right angle. So these are the angles they have to learn by based on their so what they have listed. So the next one is about in the circle. So these are the things they have mentioned in your textbook. This lesson is about 30 pages. So there are so many activities, so many topics are covered. So the next one is about the circles, And in this one, you have to teach the main concept is the radius and diameter and some of the basic part of the circle. And what is the relationship between the radius and the diameter? So these are the things you have to teach in your classroom. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep, for the presentation. And next, now presenting Sham Prasad, 6th standard maths. Maths. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to discuss with you of a class 5th mathematics. We are the travelers. In this lesson, uh, mathematics subject, they are mentioned about traveling with the numbers. How the students are going to travel from larger numbers using those larger numbers. I divided this topic into 4 subunits. First one as introducing a larger number, place value mechanism, face value, and expansion form. Next one is comparing of larger and structure of the numbers. Next one is ordering the number system, like ascending and descending order, and round up in the numbers. These are the 5 subunits we can list out in this lesson. I listed the LOs like this. Read and write larger numbers, first LO. Next one is understanding the place value. Place value is the larger number, like units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. Like this, they are going to identify the larger 5-digit number. Next, second LO is understanding the place value chart. The place value by using Indian number system, how they are going to identify the digits in the place values of those 5-digit numbers. Next, third one is comparing and arranging larger number. How they are arranged the number of larger. When we give plenty of numbers, how they are going to arrange those numbers in a orderly, like a ascending or descending order. Next, fourth LO is round up in the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands. A number is given to the student in a textbook. That one is going to be round up nearest tens or hundred or thousand. As the question asked in the text, on those questions, they are going to round up what type of question they are asked about it. Next, writing the numbers in the expanded form. And when the number, 5-digit number is given to the students, they should be expand that number by using the place value, like units, tens, and hundred, and thousand, 10,000. Like this, they are going to expand the given number. For this, in textbook, they are given so many activities. Now I am going to share the textbook. This one is the 5th standard textbook, Maths Mela Part 1. In that one, the first chapter is We Are the Travelers. This lesson starts with transportation modes are used during the previous by our ancestors. In early days, there are no vehicles to travel a longer distance. They are traveled by using animals and barefoot only. By those days, nowadays we are going to use so many types of transports to travel a longer distance. By that introduction, they are going to develop the concept of number in students of 5th standard. By raising thousand, like this activity, read and write the larger number. In the concept of this chapter, to develop the 5-digit number concept in the students, how to read and how to identify the place value and face value of the number, 5-digit number up to 99,999. First, in this one, they have to increase thousands, jumping the thousands from one box to another box. This one is very easy for the student to identify the larger number. And next, here they have to identify the place value of the numbers, ones, tens, hundred, thousand, and 10,000. Which number is in the place of 10 and which number is in the place of 1000, and what is the face value of that number. Okay, like this, they are going to identify the big numbers which contains 5 digits, and also they are going to say and write that number in words. The most important thing of this chapter, the student must have to identify the 5-digit number and they have to write it in the form of word. That is the most important concept. For that, we can make so many activities using the gaming money which is available in our Nalikali kit, by giving them to create a number what we are going to write on a board. Like this, we can uh, give an activity for the students. Here are the some activities for the students. They have to write the digits in the place of ones, tens, hundreds, and 10,000s. By doing this, they are going to develop the concept of number system, which contains 10,000 like this. And also they are going to write that number in words like this, 13,520. The written form is also most important for this chapter. After the concept, they get the concept of the identifying the numbers, they have to arrange the numbers in an orderly way. That means by smaller number to larger number in a series. It may be in a increasing order, it may be in a decreasing order. After that, the last theme of this concept is rounding of the nearest 1000 and 10,000. Here is a rabbit, it starts to jump to the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousand. How the question is going to be uh, asked in the text, on the basis of that, the students are going to be identify the nearest tens and hundreds to the given number. Like this, in this chapter, they are going to get the concept of the 5-digit number, that from 1 to 99,999. And it also contains the 5-digit day-to-day life situation problems, and the students are going to solve those problems by using the concept of these numbers. In this chapter, they are going to know about the Indian number system only. They are not going to know any other number system. They are going to know about the Indian number system. that is in the form of hundred, thousands, and 10,000. Okay, thank you for the session.
Thank you, Shankar, for your ideas here. And now, Srinivas Kulkarni. So please welcome.
So good afternoon, teachers. So this is Srinivas Kulkarni. Uh, in this class, I'm going to begin my discussion on fifth standard EVS first lesson, living word. So in the first lesson, what we are going to learn is what is the meaning of the living word, or what is the meaning of the environment. So the word environment is very familiar to us, and we can enjoy environment by seeing only. We see hills, forest, rivers, falls, or living things and also non-living things. And the sub-units are so living and non-living things. So in the first lesson, we need to understand what are the living things and non-living things. So, and also what are the characteristics of living and non-living things, and what are the major differences between living beings and non-living things, and then plants. So we can see the parts of the plants like herbs, shrubs, creepers, and also climbers. And one more thing, we are going to learn in this lesson the different types of nutrition. So, like plants. So, in the first lesson, autotrophs mode of nutrition and herbivores, heterotroph of nutrition, and also insectivorous plants and animals. So, we can be classified the animals into herbivores, carnivores, and also omnivores. So we can be classification animals based on what they eat. And then in this lesson, we can learn food chain and interdependence. So how plants and animals depend on each other, and also adaptation. How living things adjust to their surroundings. For example, you can take a camel. It lives in desert, and fish lives in water. In this lesson, we can see some objectives. After completing this lesson, students will be understand the differences between living beings and non-living things, and our students identify the different types of plants and animals in their surroundings. For example, autotrophs. ಸ್ವಪೋಷಕ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಸಸ್ಯ ತನ್ನ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ಸ್ವತಃ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು, ಪತ್ರ ಹರಿತನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ತನ್ನ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ತಾನೇ ತಯಾರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಟೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ವಪೋಷಕ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್. ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಪೋಷಕ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಯಾವ ಸಸ್ಯ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ವಂತ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ತಾನು ತಯಾರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲವೋ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಸ್ಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಲಂಬಿತವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆಯೋ ಅಂತ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿವೋರಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕೀಟಹಾರಿ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಯಾವ ಸಸ್ಯವು ಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಂದು ತಾನು ಬದುಕುತ್ತೋ ಅಂತ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿವೋರಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದೀಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ plants in the page number 9 and also 10. You can see the pictures also, and then classify animals. In this lesson, we can be classified animals based on the food habits and also habitats, and The concept of food chain also we can learn in this lesson, and also the interdependence